Hi Commanders, Pro-Tah-Zzioh back with a new video, and we're featuring a tournament battle this time in the flight recorder, and we're up against Satu Elite Trag from Ilong Son back. So let's see what happens. So the goal of the tournament is you either destroy the enemy base or collect 3 flight recorders. Those are the win conditions of this game, or of this tournament. So pretty normal opening, nothing really crazy, just a few infantry spam to collect containers. So we try to chase that assault, but it's just too fast, so we won't be able to get more than what the enemy is getting. So we ensure that we get the containers on our side. Okay, grab those containers. Okay, so we upgrade to HQ2 a bit late. That's pretty bad for us. Okay, so a couple more supply centers. We have an armadillo spinning around, so there's an assault there on the upper right hand corner, which we had to deal with. We now have a special vehicle factory and a vehicle factory. I just started upgrading to HQ3 at the 3rd minute. Super late. Not sure what I was doing here. So enemy has a cyclone scout just above that cliff there, so we won't be able to reach it right now. So we try to scout what the enemy has, and wow, he's already HQ3 with a vehicle factory level 3 and is also starting to produce some Vertex. And as you can see, one of the Vertex just came out. So our riflemen will be easily dealt with by the Zeus, the assaults, and the Vertex. He's also ahead in supply, given that he has more supply centers than I do. So we're trying to catch up in supply here, or resources. We created or produced a dragonfly from that avian factory in order for us to deny vision from the enemy, and as you can see, we're now being harassed by that Vertex, so we have to produce more porcupines in order to deal with it. Okay, so our armadillo is being used to mine the entrance to our base. Since that area is pretty narrow, we're sure that Zeus would step on those mines. The enemy though is planning something different. Instead of attacking me just like a PvP battle, he goes for the power supply, or the allied defenses power supply, so that he'll be able to easily collect the flight recorder. Getting the flight recorder, being able to bring it to your base will actually give you resources. Okay, so enemy there was able to snipe my avia factory and is also trying to take out that power supply, trying to deny me avia, and as well as have me try rebuilding those power supplies. So it's kind of annoying when your admin buildings get destroyed one by one. So now I think we have sufficient supply centers to give us, or to provide us resources in order to continuously produce ground units. So I spread out my porcupines in order to be able to defend against those Vertex, but he was still able to snipe that power supply, or that what do you call it, that power plant that was already damaged. So we had to recreate that too. Now he's sniping my sniper towers in order to soften my defenses up and the vision that I have, or to reduce the vision that I have right in the entrance of my base. And as you can see, that's a ton of Vertex. That's quite a lot. We do have max porcupine missiles for rank 20, so we should be at par in terms of trying to destroy those Vertex. We just need to have our porcupine survive the attacks. Ouch. my second vehicle factory that was just being upgraded just got destroyed by those vertex. We are able to get a few Jaguars out. I think that the enemy has a ton, or has committed to full avia and would have lesser ground units to defend his base with. So a fatal mistake by the enemy. He tried to attack me at the back and ended up losing a ton of vertex. So now that the enemy has lesser avia units, what we're gonna do is we're gonna push forward with our hidden infantry as well as those Jaguars and those porcupines. Okay, so as we can see, enemy does have a shield generator, but only for Zeus, which one of them was already destroyed. So we have grenadiers, a ton of them, Jaguars, some snipers to deal with infantry, and we have our porcupines ready to attack any avia units. So we are able to dispose of the 4 Zeus that was guarding his base. So we'll now push forward in attacking his buildings. Okay, so that shield wouldn't be very useful if it has nothing to shield, or if it has nothing to defend. Okay, so enemy is still reproducing the lost avia units and is also trying to reproduce some Zeus. So we're gonna deny the enemy from producing more units, so we'll go for the vehicle factory. So even if he has a ton of vertex, I'm not really triggered or not triggered. I'm not really anxious about that, given that I do have quite a handful of porcupines which should be able to deal with them. Okay, so we're able to take out that vehicle factory, so any threats on the ground should easily be dealt with by our grenadiers. Anything that's left on the ground, so he does try to fly those vertex again. As we can see, those porcupines start shooting on him. Okay, vertex down. There's one more here, which will be killed off by the porcupines. Okay, bye vertex. So we still continue to produce tons of infantry, some Jaguars, and more porcupines, some snipers as well, for those pesky assaults. So enemy is trying to get a Thor, but it was never able to do a bombing run. So we're now focusing on the HQ to prevent the enemy from reproducing more units to defend his base. As we can see, he's trying to rebuild towards the bottom of his original base in order to halt my assault. He's built an HQ down there somewhere and has defensive buildings in an attempt to survive the attack. So what I did is I focused on the admin buildings so that it's going to be easier for me to penetrate his base and lessen any chances of him reproducing any defenses or anything that will threaten my attack. Okay, so we're now going to focus on that HQ. Okay, HQ gone, so we're able to easily kill off the remainder of the buildings. And take note, he was able to secure 2 flight containers, and we just had to do what needs to be done before he was able to get the 3rd one. So yeah, there you go, a victory. Okay, so it's now time for the raffle. So I've already set everything up and we're getting the YouTube comments. Okay, so there's 6 compliant ones. See who wins. Okay, Narwin Dionas, you won, Narcar. So send me a message, you know my user ID, and I'll give you your promo codes. Congratulations. Okay, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I have videos. Okay, Pro-Tah-Zzioh out.